Okay guys, very recently I built what I deemed the worst loadout possible in CS2. And it gave me a bit of an idea of building the cheapest loadout possible in CS2 and seeing how the prices and what you actually get back kind of compare. So just for context running into it, and spoiler alert if you've not watched that video yet, the worst loadout came out at about $410, with 210 or so of that being weapon skins. Now with that in mind, let's build the cheapest loadout you can in Counter-Strike 2 as of October 2024. Now I am going to start with weapon skins and show a combo or two at the end. And I have a note already from the first one. I've not necessarily gone for the absolute cheapest, but I've gone in that like bracket. I wouldn't have jumped up too much. Maybe I've gone for the second or third cheapest, but there's not too much disparity. For this USP, Ticket to Hell, a minimum wear 57 cents. This is actually a great skin for this category, so no complaints about this at all. Now that I'm not getting stabbed to death, no complaints about this at all. Love it for the price. On the P2000, you can actually pick up a Gnarled for 6 cents, which is actually pretty nice artwork for the money that you're paying. On the Glock, I went for the Winterized, which is flat out the cheapest. There was probably a handful of Glocks that fell into this sort of price range though, but I do think Winterized for 8 cents is an incredibly clean skin, and you're getting pretty solid value for money here. Over on my Desert Eagle, I have gone for the Urban Rubble, 26 cents for minimum wear. It does start to pick up some wear overall, but I actually, for the money you're paying, I actually don't dislike this Deagle skin. Now, my AK is going to be something that a lot of people said they disliked in that video, and it is the Uncharted. It's minimal wear, it's 47 cents. I know it's not everyone's favorite, but it is just flat out, I mean, I'm not good in the Safari Mesh, the cheapest AK. If you're happy to spend like $1.50 more though, you can pick up a minimal wear elite build, which honestly, when you see the total cost in the grand scheme, I think this is worth doing, even though it's not the absolute cheapest. On the F1S side of things, I'm going to suggest a minimal wear mud spec, change it up from the usual battle scar suggestion, and this is 27 cents for the minimal wear. Just for context, every skin is minimal wear. I tried to go for that nice sort of middle ground, and if you want to go even cheaper for like field test or well-worn battle scar, you can. Now, M4A4 Urban DD Pack comes in at 17 cents. I have one of these with some optic stickers I actually really like, so I think if you can do a budget craft on this, or find one with some stickers, not too much, I think it's a really solid option. But we're talking absolute cheapest, 17 cents, go get it in minimal wear, easy peasy. Now, I gotta say, the opposite area where I suggest just not going for the like bare bone cheapest, maybe spend a bit more and get something like you could have got a full boss, for example, for spending like an extra 60 cents. So this is 38 cents. It's a capillary. It's minimal wear. Pit Viper is also kind of in this conversation. So overall, I would say you could spend that little bit more on the AK and that little bit more on the op, and like you're spending an extra $3-4 total. You can go nice and clean and simple for the MP9 with the featherweight, and while I appreciate it is simple, 7 cents as well, it's actually a very nice piece of artwork when you actually care to look at it. It's just not flashy. I have gone with the basic bitch sort of idea here for the Mac 10, but it's 7 cents, it's an ensnared, and I do have an alternative for you if you want something different, which is the exact same price, same condition, and it's the Monkey Fledge. It is super cheap, it is 7 cents, but if you want something that's just different from everyone's go-to of the ensnared, consider this. And also, the thing that hangs off the end of the gun is kind of cool. I'm going to load up the cassette for the P250. I think here, 7 cents, min wear, absolute no-brainer of a pick, if I'm being honest. Over in the Joe Berettas, it is going to be some ventilators. These are 8 cents minimal wear. You can see you're getting such cheap skins here that actually the artwork is at least pretty damn solid or on a very high level. One that I actually suggested recently in the souvenir loadout video was the Withered Vine. This is 12 cents for minimal wear. I think a purple base, being able to get some gold accents on it, is very nice value for money to pay. You could go for a scroll for like, I don't know, like 5-6 cents less, but I think for 12 cents, it's worth paying for this. Another one that's going to be the same as the souvenir loadout is the Cold Fusion, but the non-souvenir version, which is so much cheaper, and it's only 5 cents for minimal wear. And another skin that's 5 cents, and the cheapest of the bunch is going to be the Meow 36 for the FAMIT. It's not got too much to write home about. It's that basic green skin you're forced into if you have a green loadout. But, 5 cents? Are we going to complain too much? Like, I actually really like this skin. It's only 4 cents, but it's the Foresight, and it's in minimal wear. What I love about this is that it's actually the Foresight. It's giving you the Foresight that you're going to win. I like that cool artwork. I think for the artwork on this, 4 cents a bargain. The XM had a couple of options. I went for Blue Steel in the end because you could find it for 3 cents in the minimal wear, and obviously depending on lighting, it's either like a shiny blue or almost starts to look like a weird like shade of purple. For the ZZ enjoyers, I'm sending you the way of the imprint for 8 cents. Honestly, this is another one of those skins, much like the featherweight, it's incredibly clean, especially with all these white accents, so lots of value for money here in my opinion. The Type 9 is one that I know isn't the absolute cheapest, but it's still only 7 cents for minimal wear, and I thought that was worth paying. I think the one that was aligned with the absolute cheapest would have been like a Urban DD Pat. I think the Rebel's a bit better for the price. My MP7 of choice is the Urban Hazard. Now, obviously, this Urban Hazard has orange rather than red accents, but still, I think that looks pretty good. And again, we're going absolute cheapest. It's only 10 cents. Now, a UMP carbon fiber in minimal wear will only run you 10 cents. Another 10 cent skin. And you know what? There's not much to it, but it's pretty damn clean. And I've got another 10 cent skin to add onto that. It is going to be the AUG Trachea. 10 cent, minimal wear. There was another AUG that I could have gone for. It might have been the Tomcat, but across the board, the AUG has a handful of options at this really low price point. The ones that were like just slightly cheaper than this were absolute shit, so I think 10 cents for this is fair. One where we get a stunning pattern-based option. The SG, the Aloha, 7 cent minimal wear. Regular viewers of the channel will know I love this, and I think there's a very obvious reason. You guys should love it as well. On the Scout, I'm going to go for the newest one that got added to the game, which is the Disaster. I think this is a skin that actually, for the money you pay, is incredibly good. It's 13 cents. There's a lot of sticker combos that work with this. I like the accents on the scope as well. Overall, a really nice piece of art. Now, people that open cases will be sick of seeing this, but liquidation, also it's pretty apt if you're opening cases, you're liquidating the shit out of yourself. Or you're going into liquidation. 8 cent minimal wear, MP5 if you care to use it. If not, save yourself 8 cent. Have a good one. Then we end it on a pretty apt note. It's grim because you're figuring out it's grim how much money that awful worst loadout was compared to this lovely cheapest loadout. Which, if you want to know the weapon skins cost for this cheapest loadout, it is $3.67. Now, the one thing I need to have you guys keep in mind for that is, you gotta keep in mind, I have included a skin here for every single weapon that I think you should be using in the current, like, competitive, casual landscape. The exception is I give you guys a P90 over a PP Bison for the suggestion, but that has every skin possible for your loadout for $3.67. The other one was over $200 of skins, and it looked like shit. So that is the big clear reminder that spending big on CS doesn't mean that it's visually better. Now, if you're looking for a knife and glove combo, I've got a couple of options. Now, with the other combo being about $190, I kept myself at that mark. And for context, that combination was a Battle Scarred Finish Line Moto Glove and a Battle Scarred Navajo Knife. So it wasn't all that good. We can get themes here. $190 for a Rust Coat Gut Knife. Obviously, Battle Scarred to get it as brown as possible. Means it plays in with a brown handle. And then we've actually got the Desert Shama Gloves in field test at $87 that look fairly clean overall. Brown isn't for everyone, but if you want a combination that is at least like pairs in together, I think this is better than the crap that we showed in the worst loadout. And then the cheaper option that I think I would possibly prefer is the Paracord Knife for Real Force Battle Scarred with some Battle Scarred hand wrapped Arboreal. They'll run you about $170. Again, it's a combination that's pairing in with each other. I've done plenty of videos in the past of different combos. I went strictly 190 and under here, so you're kind of limited for the options, but I still think both of these look better than that mixed job combo. And the main thing here is the weapon skins were under $4. If you want to get upgraded AK and up, you're talking maybe $7, which means you actually, in comparison, have about $400 to go spend on the combo if you wanted to still use that exact budget from the worst loadout. But I think that's enough waffle, and I think we've showcased here today that you can definitely get a very nice full CS loadout without breaking the bank, or at least they're not looking horrible like that last loadout was. But yeah, I'll stop my waffle now. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button when you're around here. Help me try and get to 7,000 subscribers. That'd be greatly appreciated. And thank you to the YouTube members as always for continuing to support the channel. If you want to find out more about that, check that join button down below. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.